Yulan True and welcome to another exciting day in our galaxy, and it's time for another evening officer video. And today I want to talk about Dr. Hugh Culber. But before I get to this discovery character today, I just want to say again, if you have a look in the comments under the videos, as soon as I can after publishing the videos, I will pin a comment there, and there's information about subscribing and commenting, supporting the channel, but also about the way how to get access to the Discord server I set up for my viewers of this channel. Then have a look there, and you will find this information in the pinned comment. But now let's talk about Culber. He is an uncommon officer. He is from class Science. That means you need science badges to upgrade him later. He's from the group Discovery, so he can get a synergy and give synergy to other Discovery officers on the bridge. And he's from the faction Federation. That means that you will need Federation credits to upgrade him from a certain point. And if you want to know more about Culber, as usual, there are those information texts there in the information box as well. I have to be honest, I'm not such a big Discovery fan. I, of course, watched it because it's Star Trek, but there are a lot of other series that I like more. If I would do a ranking of all Star Trek series, they would be very close to the bottom, I have to say. But everybody has a different opinion. So if you think differently about Discovery, please write it in the comments as well. As always, your opinion about Culber and how you use him. Or if you have questions or video requests, please also write a comment. You know that I'm regularly reading them. And if you just want to say hi and where you're from, what city, for example, then you know that I'm always happy to know where my active viewers are coming from. But let's continue with our uncommon Culber. He does have a captain ability, and that's called Protective, the captain maneuver. When defending on a capture node, Hugh Culber increases armor by 50% of the total health of the officers on the ship. So he is another officer for territory defense or takeover. In his case, you have to reach the capture node first for him to be very useful. But that might be a chance to use him. If you have the sarcophagus, that will definitely be of some help. But he also has some officer ability, and that's learned from the best. You increases the cost efficiency of jumping and summoning with a discovery by 20%. If you have some problem with the amount of cultivated mycelium that you have and you need to jump a lot or want to summon a lot, of course then Culber on the bridge could be a big help by saving. I mean, I use Neelix on the Voyager for the same reason, so that's quite a nice ability. I use the Discovery a lot for missions, by the way. The new ARC missions, usually I do a lot with the Discovery because you have to go from planet to planet so much, and there are usually 4 different new missions that I use the Discovery to jump from system to system to do those missions fast. And so if you are a bit low on mycelium, you will definitely want to have you on the bridge of your Discovery. And the summoning thing is great anyway if you have researched it. As a uncommon officer, you only has 1 officer trait for away team assignments, and that's the Doctor. But as you can see, I maxed him because from time to time I use him, because I do have the occasions where I have to bring doctors to different away team missions, and then I don't want to send Beverly, for example, because I'm using her a lot as captain for different occasions. And so Hugh Culber is one of the doctors I do send out nowadays on away team missions, and that's why I'm not usually using him on the Discovery bridge. But I'm usually with quite an amount of mycelium because I'm not using the summoning so much, only if it's really necessary, because I forgot to send something to an armada or something, then I use it. or maybe for a takeover, but in general, I'm not using it that much outside the Saturday event where I just fly to 3 systems or jump to 3 systems and then jump back home and the whole event is done. Otherwise, I'm not using it as much. So I'm not in total need, so I can without problems send him out to away team missions. And you will definitely want to know how to get you Culber, and that is possible via the weekly event I just mentioned, because you find him in the Discovery Recruit Special. And here, as one of the uncommon officers, he should be more easy to get. Of course, Stamets and Saru, the origin versions, are easier to get, but the uncommon officers are not that hard to get. So after doing that event a few times, and doing the exchanges here, you will probably have Culber very early, and so you can use his ability in a time when you are not harvesting that much mycelium via events, and so there he will be of some help for you. But he's, as I said, one of the officers nowadays I'm using more for away teams, but always depending on what other officers you have. You might even want to use him in territory defense or territory takeover. So it always depends on your complete set of officers, how important a single officer is for you. That's why I cannot make general statements about most of the officers. There are some essential ones. If you have them, they are the best for their task, and then of course you have to use them. Carol Freeman is one of those officers, for example, with the right crew, and the same with Veyun and Ducat in the correct combinations. They are all brilliant crews. And for mining, it's the same. If you have the mining version, the Borg versions of Ston, T'Pring, and Barrett, they are the best mining officers you can have. But in the most cases, officers are often very good if you have them while you don't have certain other officers. And so I can never say in general those are the best or those are very good for you. This whole game of fortune, when you get those officers and when you don't, is mixing that all up. And that's always a matter, how lucky are you in pulling officers here in the recruit section. And if you want to see another video right now, the next one is right here in the end screen. I'll see you there. I'll be back.